Okay, so the other place I was at, I had better lighting where I could actually see myself. All right, so 2025, I just recently found out was the year of the snake. And one person said it was the year of shedding. So I don't know why it wasn't the year of wisdom, because snakes also represent wisdom, but it's a year of shedding. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. So since it's the year of shedding, I'm shedding love. I'm shedding loving. I'm shedding the whole emotional trauma drama of life. I've more than had enough of it. I've so had enough of it. It's too traumatic. It's too dramatic. It's too everything. And I'm not that happy with it. Not at all. Not in the very, very least. So, ugh, th- I was saying to a relative a couple months ago that relationships aren't supposed to be this hard. It's like, why is it necessary that it has to be this hard? And she was like, and when I said they're not supposed to be hard, she was like, you think? And she scuffed. And it just like, and then she's married. And in the temple environment we grew up in, her marriage was an arranged marriage. So it's interesting when you're people that may know each other and may have grown up in the same environment, but when you're getting married, you're trying to make a marriage work and children and family and life and jobs and all this wonderful stuff that happens. So, silly me, I, ugh, years ago just basically said that did not want to feel emotions again. I cried and I cried and I cried. And I asked God, please take these emotions away from me. Rip my heart out of me. I don't want to feel all this. This is just overkill. It is annoying. I don't want to fall in love with someone. I don't want to have my emotions caught up in someone. I don't want any of this. It's just too much. And the pain from it, it's just too much. And of course, God didn't listen to me or answer my prayers. So here I am, what, maybe 20 years later, I'd say. And I'm saying, okay, in 2022, I'm saying, I actually want to be able to love and love freely. I want to be able to share love with someone in the true sense of the word, not a one sided exchange, but a real exchange with someone and being able to be myself in everything in life I've held back. I've held back in love, held back in a relationship, I've held back in friendship, I've held back in sex, I've felt held back in oh, just everything. It's just everything. My own power, my own gifts, my own just everything, just being holding back and everything. I just didn't wanna do that anymore. And, ugh, I did this numerology reading, and it told me that someone would be coming, and they explained certain things, where I would meet the person, and some things to look out for. Just real simple things. And it would seem real simple and easy. It's just figuring out who the person was. And at the time, I'm trying to figure out, well, who is this person? Who is this person? And then a year later, it wasn't even a year later, I would say if that happened in October or November, in June, July, a few months, 6 months, whatever, just a few months later, I thought that I met the person that the numerology reading was about. And it was a strange thing that happened as to how everything took place. And it wasn't a person that I was interested in. They were just the person. I mean, they were just the person. N- They were just the person. But as this woman said, that a reader said that there had to be an exchange of energy between the two of you for things to increase, that a connection developed between both of you. And I'm not telling all the details now, I'm just trying to do a short version of the story. Oh, but it's been a really interesting experience, learning experience that I've had. And it's been a very painful experience that I've had. And to some degree, it's been a very traumatic experience that I've had. And long before 2022, I had begun my process of growing and changing and learning and just trying to make me a better person. But it's just too much every time you're being tested by God or tested by this, or you have to grow. And I remember in the read, the man said, the guy is not perfect, but he's perfect for you. And I was never asking for perfection. And I remember when I said that to a friend, she goes, well, what does that mean? Nobody's perfect. And I don't totally, I to this very day, I still don't totally actually, me understand what it means. He's not perfect. I understand what no one's perfect, but when the part that says, but he's perfect for you, I understand it. I don't understand it, but it seemed like it was years of that. I had to be like, every time I turn around, it's some test or something or some lesson to learn or something new to do or some form of myself I had to change or some form of myself I had to grow. And for what reason? For what reason? I'm always looking to grow or to change or but I just it's been these past 5 years have just been so. Oh, I don't even know what word to attach to it. It's just been so crazy. Definitely, I'll put the word crazy in there. But I kind of like think I'm getting very much done with relationships and done with men. And a friend reminded me, she's like, every single one of them, there's always been some other woman involved. Exactly. Exactly. And even to the point where there was talk about a twin flame. The soulmate didn't work out, so he fumbled you. He fumbled you real hard. God didn't wasn't too was upset with him for fumbling you so hard. Well, now he's sending the twin flame. So the soulmate messed up. So now the twin flame is coming. And as they're describing this guy, this twin flame, and the whole essence of it, there's some girl involved in his some woman involved in his life that she doesn't like it the way he was talking to his friends about the divine feminine, and so she's sending hate and doing witchcraft where the divine feminine is concerned. It's like, what the fuck? Every time he turns around, there's always some woman in the mix of the exchange, and it's so fracking annoying every effing time. It is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm just really getting tired of it. It's just so annoying. So annoying. Past relationships, there was these three readers, a woman first, that no, a man first, then the woman, then another woman. And the man said, "All the guys that you've ever dated, all the men you've ever been romantically involved with, they were all demons. All of them were demons." And I'm listening to this, and he said 3. I'm almost positive he said 3, and I'm like, "No, this can't be my reading, this can't be my reading." And this guy that's there and you're into now, he's a demon. He was sent by the devil. And I'm like, "Oh, no, this doesn't apply." And then the woman, she said there were 4. She's like, "You have terrible luck in love." "You have terrible luck in love. This is awful." She said that if any of them were ever good, they went dark when they met you. Either they had an attachment to them, they made a deal with the devil, or the devil took over them. But the devil sent them to you to take your power. The devil sent them to you to destroy you. The devil sent them to you to kill you and to take your power and your energy. You represent the light, they represent the dark. And the darkness is there to put out the light, and they're trying hard to do it too. Then there was another woman, she came along and she says, "You have terrible luck in love." And the thing about it is, I was never, I don't know, of course, I'm a type of person I'm going to love in some form or fashion because that's who I am. Just someone who loves. You give, you're a nurse, you're the mother, you're the teacher, you're the giver. And more people take than what they give, if they even give at all. And when someone says they're your friend, it's almost like they say that it's almost like a sense of love. And in reality, they're not your friend. They're basically your enemy disguising themselves as your friend. And I was never looking for a relationship, a long-term relationship or marriage in any of these experiences because I knew they weren't the person that I was supposed to marry. Did I give my heart? Did I give my love? Yes, I did. It was very stupid of me to do it. I knew beforehand they weren't going to work out, but I guess there was a part of me that figured, well, I'll just enjoy this experience anyway, or I can actually change things. And just very stupid form of thinking. So when if someone is saying that they're the devil that wanted to put the light out, I get it. I understand it because there was always a sense of jealousy. I think every guy that I've ever dated or interacted with to a certain purpose. And purpose is wrong person word, but certain intimacy there. Their intent was to definitely be jealous of, and their intent definitely was there to take. And they were also guys that had a way about just a slight way of try to put me down and not actually be someone there to have my back. And in this last relationship, I started calling the ex-boyfriend a succubus. Excuse me, an incubus. A succubus is a female, but calling him an incubus. And he was definitely a taker. And from day one, the relationship was a horror. But my stupidity, I ignored all of that. And I actually, and then they were saying when certain readings, group readings were saying that the guy wanted to attach you to him where you would not ever be able to leave, bind you to him. And I actually started to think more of the relationship with him, the incubus, and realized that the length of time that stayed in that relationship, this guy probably did make some deal with the devil or some demon and kept me attached to him because I can remember a time just being disgusted, absolutely grossed the hell out by him. And it just left me, and I still stayed with in this relationship with him. But once it got to a certain point, I was like, "I've had enough of this. I'm done. I've had enough of this. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm out. This shit is over, done, and it's dead. There's no way in hell in any lifetime I would ever do this with you again, and once I'm done, I'm done." And I used to warn him, and I'm the type of person I'll tell the person the truth. I tell people I like to look you in your face and tell you exactly what I'm thinking about you. That is a gift. That is a blessing to be able to look people in their face and actually tell them what you think. Life is not like that. That's not how we live life. We're fake. We're insincere. We're disingenuous. We keep it to ourselves. If I ever had a relationship where I could be truly honest and the person was truly honest with me, but not in a way to hurt each other, but to make things even better. But whether it's to make things better, be truthful, but that's why I say I don't why would I do witchcraft? Witchcraft is hiding. I want to do what I'm doing right in front of your fucking face. I want you to know exactly how I feel about you. I want you to know that I don't like you. I do that with people. When I don't like people, I only play that phony game but so much because there's nothing for me to gain from it. You harmed me, you hurt me, you attacked me, you treated me with disrespect. I have no fucking reason in life to want to be friends with you. Forgiveness does not say I have to smile at you, does not have to say I have to break bread with you, I don't have to be kind to you. I just have to forgive the experience. And I also have the right not to forgive the experience until I get goddamn ready to. Just as long as I do it before time for me to get to heaven or hell, I'm good, baby doll. I'm good. Because I got to do it before I go over to that next plane. Otherwise, I got to repeat this shit again with other people. So basically, I'm when I don't like people. I don't like even being in the same room with them, breathe the same air as them. I don't like you. I don't like you. And ask people who know me as to, do I fake it? How much do I actually fake it? So at any rate, so it is my pleasure and blessing from God or the effing devil, whichever one gave me the opportunity to tell people what I feel about them to their face. And usually most of the time, I don't really quite have that opportunity to tell them exactly how I feel and all of how I feel. So, because people that dish it out can't necessarily take it. They can dish it, but they can't take it. So at any rate, it's just a thing of the idea of being able to love and love in return. Just having the joy of it, the happiness of it, what it's supposed to be. But it just doesn't seem like it's something that works out for me. Men have never been anything good in my life. They've never brought they faked it, but they never brought anything good in my life. And it was funny, one of the tarot card reads, the caption said, "The guy faked a crush on you, and he never really liked you." And that's what it said, and, that didn't resonate with me because I knew from the very beginning what the deal was as far as where men were concerned. But, and I stress the word but, these little bitches, they still try to come back. So, if this fucking bitch of a man faked a crush on me, nah, baby doll, your ass came back. I wasn't going back to you, your ass came back. So, let's get shit straight. So, at any rate, these ex-boyfriends, Merlin the magician said, "It could have been us. It could have been us." No, it couldn't have been us, because you never had my back. The other ex-boyfriend, he trying to get back and, "Oh, why is it she didn't bother get I didn't get back in touch with him." Why would I? I mean, seriously, why would I? I told you before him, when this was done, it was done. It was going to be done. I was done. This crap. At any rate, just relationships have just worked. They've just not worked. And I don't like people manipulating me, feeling like I've been manipulated by someone. I've been used by someone just stole my energy, someone just fed off of me like a parasite or vampire. I don't appreciate it. And I also don't appreciate when it feels like in every lifetime I've had with this person, they've come into my life and hurt me. And once again, they've done just that. And I've wanted to say this before, but before when I said it, I would say it, I'd had tears in my eyes, and I had to get past the tears. But your goal was to hurt me, and you did. And I hope you glory in that. I hope you feed off of it and makes you feel good about yourself. Because I'm not sure why, but I hope you're quite happy about it. You definitely hurt me. That is for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, you did. But that's my fault because I don't know why I bought into certain things that thinking that it was meant to be, and it was just like this ghost playing with my emotions. That's it. It was not a real relationship. It was not anything anything genuine or real. It was just like a ghost playing with my emotions. And I remember the incubus saying to me, I'm going when he actually had the nerve. Now, he did nothing but drink and drink and drink and drink until he passed out and all he did was sleep or shit. So he drank, slept and shit and tried to fuck whatever electricity and things he used up in my house while I wasn't there and he was still there, but didn't wanna add to, didn't wanna pay, didn't wanna give, didn't wanna help. And to me with when these fucking chicks dogging me, you dogging me with them and it's coming from him. So basically